Once again I find myself before the journal, apprehensive, rubbing at the cut on my wrist. It's all so bewildering. What should I do? What did Ilar say? Round gate, black powder, mantra. All right. Journal. Give me a spell with those things, please. I lift the cover, and it almost turns over by itself. Pages rustle softly as my fingers brush against them. It's strangely soothing. It won't work. You won't find it. The book knows what I need. I trust it. But even if you find it, you won't understand it. I'll deal with that when I come to it. And even if you understand, you won't like it. You know what? I'm done with you. I'm going to count the pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, and even if 5, 6, "57, 58. The rustling stops on a 2-page spread with a stain lurking between the groove. The left side of the spread lists a few components for a ritual. 1. A black salt sigil with a diameter of 5 3 measures. The length of your body. Freshly spilled waters to fuel the reaction. Your blood. An illegible word follows. I squint. A drop. A dash. A pail. Surely not. That would be suicidal. I make a mental note to ask Ilar and move on to the last item. 3. A mantra for unifying the forces, to be chanted 32 times. What an odd number. A drawing darkens the right side spread. I turn to examine it, but my eyes can find no focus. The lines fray into overlapping spider silk. Strange. I lean in closer for a better look. The lines squirm. My bowels turn cold, but my eyes are enticed. Closer and closer. Childlike figures, some missing heads, others missing limbs, each incomplete, maimed, interlocking in anatomically impossible ways, forming a ring. One has an arm growing from a neck, another's legs branch apart, spider-like. What are you? I whisper, almost touching the page now. Fascinated, I lean over a precipice. The black mass at the center looms. Its lines undulate like ripples on the sea on a moonless night. There's some movement under the surface. What are you? I shiver in excitement, eyes itching, unable to blink. A round protrusion at the very center of the inky blackness wiggles. There's a crescent slit running from left to right. It opens. Teeth. I put an ear to it. A faint warmth streams out from it with a hiss. There's a rhythm, a cadence to it. Are they words? My heart pounds. I struggle to make out syllables. Not savvy. Sorry. Sorry? For what? I don't understand. I could never say it before I half whispered it in sight. It hardly matters now. This makes no sense. Whether I say the words or not eats you, linger, you are the silence. A lump forms in my throat. The walls close in. A weight presses on my chest. Numb. I can't breathe. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. Hear me. Why? Why am I hearing these things? I try to pull away. My body is heavy. Joints creak. Dismember, howl, we lie, destiny, fate, glory, immortality, all lies. No, 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 no now. Please, free me, please. Heavier and heavier, squeezing the breath from me. I need to get away. There's a dull, distant pain. Ilar's pain. I am not heartless, you know. No, no more. I will hear no more. The pain, I turn my heart to it, a spark of heat in the cold. My hand comes into focus. Who gave you the right to? I drive my wrist into the wood. The spark inflames. The heat spreads. I gasp as if waking, as if pulling my head out of the water. Fighting with every drip of strength, I slam the book shut with a resounding thud. The whispering abruptly abates. I double over, gasping for air. Pat, pat, pat. Sweat drips from my chin. What in the great abyss? I drop onto the floor unceremoniously, head resting against the drawers. That voice. There is something about it. Was that part of a spell? A message left by someone? I touch the chilling numbness lingering on my chest, waiting for my heart to steady. This place is getting to me again. Every step I take forward, something jumps out and bites me. And I have no one but that know-it-all to guide me. Will they finally tell me something, or just shrug and wave their hands? You know what? I should tell them nothing this time. I will know things they don't. Let's see how they like it. I make my way back, keeping a wary eye on passing debris, counting my steps. I don't tell them. 2, don't tell them. 3, don't tell them. Did you find the spell? They came toward me. Yes, I did. Blast it! I bite myself hard in the lip. Too hard. Ow. Ilar raises, then lowers an eyebrow. Tell me. Oh, you know. Creepy voice. Melting. The usual. They nod gravely, then blink once or twice before asking, Well? Well, what? What did you find? I clench my teeth, considering if it's too late to take it back. It probably is. I sigh. What you said, a circular sigil made of black salt, 5 3 measures or something, etc. Ilar's eyes light up. A ghost of a smirk rises, then falls from their lips. Their voice low. Go on. Really? I shake my head at Ilar. You're not concerned one drop about what I went through, are you? My concern is reserved for after we survive. I stare at them. Vin. Their voice is strained, almost pleading. You don't care about me, I mutter under my breath. Does it fit my description or not? This is life or death. Try to remember. Yes, it fits. But the mouth, the whispering, the coldness, it feels all wrong. Ilar steps forward, excitement evident in their voice. We need to focus. Did you copy the sigil, or? It talked. It said, what was it? I try to recall, but each attempt to think brings a wave of pressure and cold in my head. I shut my eyes, swing, choking. They grab me by the arms. What about the mantra? How many words? What language? Did you memorize it? You are not listening to me. It feels wrong. Hands balling into fists, I meet Ilar's stunned gaze and back out of their grip. The ritual. What if you are wrong about it? Echoes of melancholy and venom resound in my ears. My hand moves to stroke the cold numbness in my chest. The things it said to me, it was creepy. Like it knows me. Like I am supposed to know what it means. But it was nonsense. I don't like it. I don't like any of it. Ilar rubs the back of their neck, head tilted back, and sighs. Vin. Inhale, exhale. I will stay calm. Who cares what that cursed book says? It's enchanted. For all we know, it just wants to chat. And while you dawdle, I'm here staring into the face of the abyss. Have you any idea the dread that entails? The anguish on Ilar's face takes me by surprise. I can feel it pulling at me, nibbling me away, and there's nothing I can do except to put my hope in you and endure it. Accusation, anger, and sorrow are written so clearly on Ilar's face. Is it really so difficult for them to trust me? Be rational. Why, oh why, did you not tell me this sooner? Ilar looks momentarily confused, as if I'd ask them why they had two heads. They work their jaw a bit before giving me a non-committal. I don't know. I guess there wasn't. They sigh. Never mind. See, when you do that, it annoys me to no end. What does? When you just stop talking to me like that, it makes me feel like you don't trust me. So how can I trust you? They blink repeatedly, rubbing the back of their shoulder. It cannot work like this. You see that, don't you? You're not stupid. They tilt their head toward me, giving me an impressed look. You need me to do what you say. And I can only do that if I trust you. Which means you have to be more forthcoming with me. It is as simple as that. I take their hands and pull them forward, turning their palms up. They have this tired look that says, I'm not going along with whatever this is, but I can't be bothered to resist. I don't mind. I'm going to make my point. You be more forthcoming with me. I grip their left wrist, and I'll trust you and do what you suggest. We work together, like partners. I put my right wrist in their open hand and squeeze. They sigh, face still blank, hand slack as wet toast. I squeeze them tighter and jostle their hand, urging them with my eyes, hoping they'd reciprocate. Reluctantly, their fingers close around my wrist. Smiling triumphantly, I shake their hand in this weird interlocking handshake. I knew you could be reasoned with. Oh, so I was the unreasonable one here. We all make mistakes. I pat them on the chest. They scoff. This is all well and good in theory, but suppose you go back to the desk and discover something new. You say you will not immediately rush back to me demanding answers. Wild speculations are not helping us be more reasonable, all right? And I am pretty certain I will not do that. Very slowly crossing their arms and shifting their weight onto one hip, they lift their brow skeptically. Wild speculations. I am not stupid either. I might not know much, but I know I want to survive. I might even want us to get to know each other, so I will not get us both killed on a whim, especially if it's as painful an end as you say it is. It is extremely painful. I am sure it is. I try to sound amiable. They pace in a small circle, a hand running through their hair. Let's say I believe you. Let's say I want to go along with this. I don't know what's in the book. Much of your work is jealously guarded. I certainly don't know how you'll interpret it. You weren't the most personal of people. I pinch my thumb really hard to help resist the urge to interject. How can you guarantee you'll not get emotional about something and make a rash decision? Doesn't trust work both ways? Of course it does. That's why I brought the... Then the deal is this. I will tell you more. Enough to help you. Help us complete the ritual. And you will focus on finding the ritual. No getting distracted by voices and letters. Deal. They scratch their chin. You understand what this means, don't you? Yes, I know what promise means. Do not patronize me. And if you find or remember something, let me know at once. Details could be important. I can help you interpret them. Everything? What if it is something private? Ilar makes a bland face and crosses their arms. Then, without saying anything, strolls over to the tea table and casually picks up a piece of paper with the tips of 2 fingers and dangles it in the air. It flops sadly. They peer at me. Now, what could you tell me that's more embarrassing than your incoherent, drunken ramblings here? You did not give me that. I take a step forward, but they pull the same distance back. I inhale a lungful of hot air and hiss. So this is what it has come to. Hostage taking, They smile most innocently. Tell you what, I'll not read any of your, poetry anymore if you agree to tell me if you find something. They have all the cards. I fold. Fine. But I want those poetry. They nod smartly and toss me the paper. I catch it and shove it into my pocket, throwing Ilar a murderous glare. They rub the back of their neck and grin sheepishly. Don't you feel good now that we have an accord? I feel good. I huff. I do not feel good. You held my paper hostage. But it is better than staying at each other's throats while mashed potato wraps its slimy tentacles around us. Until crunch. I mime crushing something between my balled up hands. Very dramatic. They don't look impressed at all. Thank you. I have quite the vivid imagery in my head. I wish you could see. No, no, thank you. I get the picture. Crunch. I whisper, maintaining eye contact. Stop it. Their left brow twitches. You really should rest. You look terrible. Do I? Well, I mean your posture. I just thought you look tired. Ilar drops their gaze, then darts a glance at me. You don't have to do this. Do what? Be nice to me. From your perspective, we just met, and apart from having a common goal, you have no obligations toward me. I'm not being nice to you because of obligation. No. They arch their eyebrow. I wouldn't mind getting to know you better. I know we didn't have the best start, but I wouldn't mind getting to know you after all of this is done and over. I see. I groan inwardly. They really don't give me much material to work with. You are staying here after? Or did this whole incident change things? Why wouldn't I stay? I live here. Ah, of course. I wince. Right. Of course they do. They exhale, shaking their head slightly. I should go, and you should too. Take care out there, Sure. Ilar nods with a tight smile and then dissolves. What if we don't get along and they decide to go away? What if I'm left here all alone? No friends and no memories. I touch my wrist idly. No, it will not come to that. First we survive, and then I tackle everything else. One piece at a time. Okay, I think this is a good place to probably end this episode, the third episode. The Chronicles of Tal'Dun. The remainder. Well, it's an interesting story, I have to say that. It's an interesting story. I hope you're enjoying it, and I hope you're as curious as I am to see where this is all going to end. Thank you for watching. I'll be back soon.